Okay, I wanted to talk about this scene right here, and I have this scene up on my wall. You've probably seen it in some of my videos. All right, but this whole scene, but especially this exact moment. Why? Because here we see that Luke, in this exact moment, he fully completes his hero's journey. Okay? He's back home in Tatooine. That's where he started, right? So he left Tatooine. He went on all these adventures. He went to go study with the master. He suffered trials and tribulations and suffered the real costs of them. And finally, he has come full circle and he is a real, true Jedi. And this is the moment where we first see his new lightsaber. His and it's different than Obi-Wan's. It's his own individual, his own frequency. He has become the light, and he has become the green light. Green represents love and life, represents the life force. Plants are green. All animals live off plants in some way, shape, or form. Even if they eat other animals, those animals eat plants. So plants are the basis for biological life as we know it. Okay, so green is the color of life. Also, green is the color of the heart chakra. Green represents love. Luke is on a mission of love to heal his family, to heal his father, to heal himself. It is in this moment that all of his companions, all of his friends, all of his team, it is in this moment that they see his lightsaber for the first time and that they see Luke is a real Jedi, one with the Force. And they can see him doing all these amazing things that no one has ever seen before because the Jedi were gone. Even Obi-Wan, they didn't see him do all this kind of amazing things. Of course, they saw him do some things, but Luke is that young Jedi. He's got that young Jedi power energy. He's got that vibrance. It's in this moment that Han Solo is first able to see. Okay, Han Solo goes through a dark night of the soul. And this is shown metaphorically by him being frozen in carbonite. He's frozen in darkness. And when he's unfrozen, he still cannot see. He's still in the dark. He's adjusting. He's coming back to the light. And that dark night of the soul is basically him having to pay out his karma to Jabba the Hutt. That debt is not just a debt of money. It represents a karmic soul debt because Han Solo is also going on a soul journey. Okay, from being so low as in one, as an ego, as in alone, to having friends, having love, having soul, having feeling, being in touch with the feelings, not scared of the feelings. So the whole, Star Wars is about love, I mean, like that's what all stories are about at the end of the day. They're all about love. They're all about family, all about friends. Okay, because these are the things that motivate, that are the strongest motivations. What motivates people to do a lot of the great things that they do? It's love, okay? And to do difficult things, right? Of course, it's not always, but this is, if you are on an intention and purpose of love, your will is going to be strong. Your heart will be strong. Heart represents love, represents will, represents willpower. In sports, when they say, oh, he has heart, that means you don't give up. That means you have will power. That means you have mastery. Love is the greatest power and force there is. I'm not just saying that. That's really what I feel and believe, and and I know. Light represents love. Love is the light, okay? When you're apart from love, that's when you are in hell. Hell, okay, because you got to understand, Lucifer got sent to hell. And what was hell from him? For him, it was being separated from his beloved, okay, which means being separated from God, because Lucifer loved God. Okay, so for him, so hell means being separated from love. Okay, and when you're separated from love, when you're that away from the light, that's when you're in the darkness, and the darkness represents being lost, not being able to see. Okay, darkness has many different meanings on different levels, okay? But one of the meanings when it comes to love is that you can't see. You can't see the light, you can't see the love, you're lost in the dark. That's what they were trying to get at Batman v Superman, okay? That Batman had got kind of lost in the dark and kind of had started becoming about the hate. Okay, but then Superman brought it back to the love with the connection through the mother. So, I mean, pop culture, it's like the easiest, okay, everyone's seen the pop culture, okay? Like if I start talking about the Greek myths, maybe a lot of people, like they don't know about the Greek myths. They can't relate to that, okay? They don't know about Zeus and Kronos and all this kind of stuff. But it's all good because it's all in the pop culture, because it's the same archetypes. It's the human experience that we all go through on different ways, different levels, etc., etc. Okay, and the beauty of Star Wars is that it's so archetypal, okay? It's so archetypal. Luke is Zeus, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter means Zeus, means the Greek father god, right? And when he comes into the world, he has to get out from the shadow of his father, which is Kronos, aka Saturn. Yeah, they also have the names of the planets. That's a synchronicity. Okay, it was chosen to be that way, but it makes sense. Astrotheology. But that's another topic. So yeah, so basically with Zeus and so anyways, so with pop culture, it's a very great way to explain certain meanings behind here. And it's funny because even they're not a lot of times not intentional, but it's just instinctive because we're all human. We can't help but put some humanity into what we make, right? That makes sense. I mean, it's just, but when it's done with intention and done well, it can be very, very powerful, as is the case with Star Wars. Okay, people, you know why people love Star Wars? Because it's not just delicious, it's also nutritious. It's delicious in its effects, in its beauty. Especially, you got to put it in context of the time that it came out, which was the 1970s. For the 1970s, these effects like blew people's minds. All right, and I try to, like, when I watch older movies, I just imagine, and makes it more enjoyable. I imagine myself being in that context, being in that time. Okay, they love Star Wars because it's not only delicious, it gives you all like the juicy stuff, but it's nutritious. It gives you something for your soul. It's not some junk food entertainment. It's got soul food. It's teaching you. We have to find a way to heal each other, to get along. You cannot just kill your enemy. That's the beauty of Star Wars. You heal the enemy. I'm not saying it's easy, but someone's got to take the first step. And the person that knows more, that's on you. You have to take the responsibility. Do the best you can. So, yeah, so Zeus had the lightning, right? And his father was trying to destroy him. So, this is like a deeper, like, subconscious meaning. It's more about the sun, just any sun because really the father is not evil, right? But the archetypal father is more there to make you strong, to test you, to be the shell for the chicken egg. And you got to break out of that shell. You got to get out of your father's shadow as a man, right? Because Zeus is a man. This is talking about the masculine journey and learning to come into your own power and not just, rebel against being oppressed, and to not be dependent. Become your own man. He's there to make you strong. So yeah, I don't, but for some people, it is actually just like this. They have a father that is literally abusive, right? So that's even more. That even makes more sense. It's also about, even more so, it's about an abusive father, okay? And coming to terms with that. And it's not easy. But it's doable and it's worth doing, and the prize at the end of it is priceless. Peace up, shout, drop, elevate consciousness constantly. May the force be with you.